They didn't power. And here you back. Okay. No, I don't you now. You know, fast. Like this thing is distinct or. Put it on me so easy. It's not him again.
1 hour. We are here. We are here to tell the boys. For LFA, because I want to do anything to allow us eat. We are frustrated. LFA is nothing. They are zero.
Determining who is going to be the coach of Liberia national team. And based on the statutory provision given to them, vetted series of coaches, taking note of not just the qualities in terms of the leadership ability, how they but they center around in terms of how they go and develop Liberian football, building a very good local-based team, and also developing and bringing a new breed of players to represent Liberia internationally. So we, as the executive committee, received a recommendation from the technical youth football development committee to review, and based on our own vision, was submitted to Ministry of Youth and Sports. Ministry of Youth and Sports responded to the LFP as owner of the national team, and we decided to appoint as nationality done in terms of decisions. I've been in football for over 24 years. Invested a lot of money, thousands and thousands of dollars as a young person. Worked hard and money, pay taxes are contributed towards the sustenance and performance of the country. So he can check where we work. But I want to get credit to that. I would like to say I'm happy and proud. Our Nigerian they came to get revenue in the medical world here, sustenance and performance of the country. So he can check where we work. But I want to get credit to that. I would like to say I'm happy and proud. Our Nigerian they came to get revenue in the medical world here. I'm happy to go like this. I'm proud to go like this. Until I can, or the government can decide that I'm no longer like this. Determining who is going to be the coach of Liberia national team.
More than 1 hour. We are here. We are here to tell the boys. For LFA, because I want to do anything to allow us eat. We are frustrated. LFA is nothing. They are zero. More than 1 hour. We are here. We are here to tell the boys. For LFA, because I want to do anything to allow us eat. LFA is nothing. They are zero. More than 1 hour. We are here. We are here to tell the boys.
It is the Freedom Weekend Sports. It comes away every Saturday from this time up to 2 p.m. My name is Thomas Kojoviolak. I'd love to welcome you to the Passion of Life Sports on Freedom 87.9, where we talk about sports in Liberia and across the continent of Africa. It promises to be a good one on today, which indeed is the last edition of the presentation of the Freedom Weekend Sports in the month of March. Yeah, this is the month that my mother gave birth to me. March is all of the year now. So by Monday, we'll be concluding the month of March. Tuesday, we'll be stepping into April. April 18 was to be the day of election in Liberia when it comes to football, but election will not go on that day. Oh yes, welcome to the weekend sports with me, Thomas Rolak. As you see, I apologize. I just couldn't be here last Saturday due to some engagement. That held me back. That I just could not show up to produce or present the program, the weekend sports, right here. But coming up this afternoon, I have a lot of things to talk about on the weekend sports. The LFA election has a permanent injunction on it. The opposition community or the team, the election coordinating committee of Mr. Kassi Anthony Kuo has written FIFA. We will go on the line and speak with Mr. M.S. Stitches Glasgow. He's the campaign chairperson of Mr. Kuo. He has written FIFA. All us from the angle of the Liberia Football Association has notified FIFA also about the injunction placed on the election from the Civil Law Court of Liberia, and then the Supreme Court of Liberia reserved ruling after listening to arguments from lawyers representing the Liberia Football Association and lawyers representing aspiring Kassi Anthony Kuo on the determination of to determine if, based on the constitution, he can contest for the presidency. We will be listening. And then we have a case also at the Civil Law Court, talk about declarative judgment that will be looked into. We are still waiting for words from the Civil Law Court of Liberia and that of the Supreme Court of Liberia, so we can go on with the election. But as I think stands now, election officially now, I can say this to you because look at the guideline, the time frame for presenting certain documents and giving people the time to register. Election, I can say to you clearly that election will not go on now on April 18 as it was expected to take place in Maryland County. There are a lot of things happening across Liberia. The deaf national team of Liberia, players of the deaf national team, staged a protest during the course of this week at the home of Liberian President Joseph Boakai. And the Liberia National Handball Association is now appealing to the Ministry of Finance to speed up releasing funds for them. The youth national team of Liberia should be thriving when it comes to handball. Then another federation, but this time they're in the news for another reason. The president of that federation is calling for an audit. Mr. Kongati Dekba of the Liberia Chess Federation is calling for an audit to be done with funds or finances that have been going to the federation since 2022 when their leadership took over at the hands of the Liberia Chess Federation. The men's national team on yesterday suffered a 1-0 defeat at the hands of the scorers of Benin in Morocco. That was Liberia's first international game for 2026 when it comes to the FIFA window international break. Liberia suffered a 1-0 defeat to the scorers of Benin. Both countries have met 3 times, with the scorers taking 2 wins. Their first win over Liberia came in 2022 with a 4-0 win in a FIFA international friendlies. And then on yesterday, they defeated Liberia 1-0. Their first meeting was back in 1987, February the 3rd, and that game ended 0-0. So Liberia have gone 3 games against the scorers of Benin without getting the ball at the back of the net. Well, it is it. Now go for the break. We'll come out, clear our decks. Let me inform you, our guest this afternoon on the weekend sports is former executive committee member who now vying. She wants to go back to the seat as an executive committee member, but this time she wants to be hailing the women's sectors of football in Liberia. Madam Rocheel Woodson is our guest. They call her the Iron Lady in Liberian football. Every time you pick up the phone when it is late, she wants to respond, she wants to talk, and then she has been speaking of reason. So we thought to invite her to hear from her about where are we when it comes to the election. She one person who is open with the laws of football, not just in Liberia, but across the world. She understands the laws, she understands the rules that govern football. So we thought to hear from Madam Woodson when it comes to what is happening in Liberia. With the elections now on hold, where are we? Madam Woodson will be telling us more. She supports the Chatham bid. of President Mustafa Raji. She's a former. Okay, let's leave it. Let's go for the break to be back. Let's go for this break to be back. I'm Thomas Relax right there with you. Okay, let's leave it there and bring you this development coming in from the Liberia Handball Association. It says the Liberia National Handball Association makes passion and urgent public appeal to the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning in processing their finances for travel, getting their documents set for an international travel for the National Honor 18 Honor 20 Handball Team of Liberia. The teams are officially scheduled to depart Monrovia for Lomé, Togo on 5 February to represent Liberia in the International Handball Federation Trophy Africa Zone 3 tournament. Despite necessary documents being submitted and currently being processed within the ministry, the final allotment has not yet been given to the Liberia National Handball Association as they prepare to depart the country on 5 April. So the folks at the Liberia National Handball Association are appealing. They are appealing to the Ministry of Finance to hurriedly give their money because they presented their documents already. They should be leaving the country. They should be leaving Liberia very, very soon. Let's bring this development from the Liberia Chess Federation. It says the Liberia Chess Federation president, Gongati Dekba, is demanding an audit of the LCF money since 2022. He accused the financial secretary before Oka of being refusing to present financial reports and submitting himself to an audit. He accused Mr. Oka of allegedly absconding from the federation with 115 USD, which he said has been stopping the institution from getting allotment from government and international partners. He vowed that corruption will be tackled, including himself, will be brought to book when caught in the act of corruption. When confronted or contacted, Oka denied any wrongdoing, saying he submitted a report in 2024, but it was not adopted at the 2025 General Assembly due to lack of quorum at that Congress. He rejected an audit that will be led by one Rocheel Kofa, who is the chairperson of the audit committee of the Liberia Chess Federation. That's it for the world of chess. Liberia national team, national men's team on yesterday suffered a defeat. We wanted to speak with Kokwe, but we have had some difficult time in getting Anthony Kokwe. The campaign coordinating committee of Kasekuo has formally notified FIFA of its decision to file in a league competition at the Civil Law Code of Liberia, challenging the upcoming Liberia Football Association elections. On this development, let's speak with the campaign chairperson, Mr. Kase, not Kase, but Mr. Stages Glasgow. He's the campaign chairperson for Kaseko to give us detailed reason why he decided to write FIFA and why they as campaigners decided to run to the lower court in Liberia. This is the news, it's taking around that football matter can go to court. Football matter can go to court. We have Mr. Glasgow. Mr. Glasgow, you are on the weekend's post. Good afternoon and welcome. Ahmed, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Thomas.
How you doing, my brother? Where are you exactly?
Somewhere around the PNZ.
Oh, I thought you couldn't show me your location because of the election fever. And before we go into what I call you for, the last time I saw this video, you are deploying some men to Grand Kidman County to find the mother of the president of the LFA, Mustafa Raji. Where are we with that?
Yeah, I think it's all current. We all from Liberia. We just wanted to know the hometown of our LFA president mother.
But many were concerned. Why the main mother hometown? But the mentor is he from Kidman.
We want to be sure. We are challenging that, so we want to be sure.
Well,
so I don't think it's a crime.
Well,
and I don't think the issue.
You sensing that his mother is not from Kidman? Is that why you send people out there?
Could like I said to you, we want to be sure we have to do our own details.
Okay.
So I don't think it's a crime. So we're not going to dignify that.
Okay. You send a communication to FIFA during the course of this week to notify them or to inform them why you went to court. Do you care to give us a detail of that communication?
So, like I said, we respect the rule of law. We respect the court decision. So we inform FIFA and CC CAF to make them to understand that we went to court because our candidate, we believe that his rights have been infringed on. So we want them to let them know what's going on in the country. It's not just one side we're going to be hearing every time FIFA say. So ourselves decided to inform FIFA about the happenings in our country.
Have you gotten a response from FIFA so far?
They acknowledged my communication sent to them.
Okay.
And so that means they know already.
What exactly that right that you feel that is being violated? Why you have to take your case to the Supreme Court? And there is this news that Football Matter can go to court.
He is a Liberian citizen. And he right to contest. We believe the LFA statute is not above the Constitution of Liberia.
Okay.
So we believe that he should be clear and free to contest as a president of the Liberia Football Association.
One may say this is in violation because folks are saying you are violating what FIFA put on a book that your matter can go to any ordinary court. You must go to them. You get cast.
So if anybody to violate the FIFA code or whatever regulation, I think it should be Mustafa because a former Secretary General Montgomery after the Congress spoke on a football matter and he ran to the ordinary court. So if he knew that FIFA said we should not go to court, then he shouldn't have gone to the ordinary court. Again, FIFA did not say when your rights are violated, you cannot go to court. Are you telling me we entered the LFA headquarters or we went for the Congress, something happened, somebody rushed on me there while a football matter we discussing and they kill somebody in the Congress, or you saying that we should carry that matter to FIFA? Is that what you're saying?
But
so
folks are saying
people not going to ordinary court on the basis of transfer or player, all those little things. But now when your rights are being violated and you saying that FIFA said we cannot go to court, in a case where look, Step Blatter, Bishop Platini, they took FIFA to a local court, to a switch court. So cases go to court when your rights are violated. LFA can be sued and they can sue people. And the FA, they took the construction company to court. Why did they take them to court?
Our
as an institution can be sued. And you can sue people.
Glasgow, I was at the civil law court when Benene Yasia, who is the legal affairs manager at the LFA, was representing them in court. He said, your client did not follow the procedure. That's a judicial committee set up right in the LFA that he was to go through. Glasgow, you getting me?
Can you repeat what you said?
I was at the civil law court. Benene Yasia, the legal affairs manager of the LFA, was representing them in court as a counselor at law. Their argument was your client or your candidate, not your client, but your candidate, Kasia Kuo, was to follow the procedure in the LFA, meaning he was to go to the judicial committee. There's a committee set up right there that he was to go to when you have an issue. Why didn't you people use that route?
Like I said, I don't know more than the judges. We have been following all the procedure at the Liberia Football Association, and these people are complete jokers. Look, Benedetta Ure was banned. She took an appeal. Said she took an appeal up to today. Still, we haven't got a redress. Master Queen, our Grace, we are the same. I took a communication which was a statutory violation I paid my 50,000 since November 19, 2024. Up to date, we haven't got the redress. And you're talking about you should exhaust all the remedy at the FA. We have done all those things and still the FA cannot adhere to that. But in case with Cassell, that's a violation of his fundamental right as a Liberian citizen. So we challenge that and we ask that the court should, tell whether the statute of the FA is, higher than the Constitution of Liberia. I don't think it's a violation.
In Jeff, I think leave of you Glasgow. It is widespread on social media that Liberia could face a ban if you guys continue to push this thing into an ordinary court. The Deputy Minister of Sports, Andy Kwame, was on one of our sisters' programs during the course of the week. He said, "Hey, that law could be better." What is your view on that?
No, if anybody want Liberia to be better, I don't think it's Kaseko because he's a passionate Liberian. If anybody want Liberia to be better, it should be Raji because holding everything, all factor constant, Raji got nothing to lose when Liberia is banned. He will just go back home. Where?
Kidmore? When you say home, where? He's a Liberian.
Nigeria. So he doesn't really care whether Liberia is banned or not. Kasa is a passionate Liberian, a typical Liberian, son of the soil. So, I think those people from the other side, they are doing everything possible to get Liberia banned because it won't even affect them in no way. So, if anybody wants this country to be banned, I don't think it's a Kasa core. Because one person wants to see Liberia football develop. He wants to see Liberia football move to where we all want it to be.
If some of you are saying Raji is a Nigerian, what were you guys? And how did the people manage? He became president of the FA 2 times without checking that.
You know how people beat their sister here. You know how many jobs Matogi had before later he got caught. So there are so many ways, man. Not because it was wrong yesterday, it can be wrong today.
Just for a leave of you, there's a video circulating on social media that your candidate was allegedly involved into talking with some folks to play with the kids. Can you speak to that?
So the administration, they play all the divergent tactics because they are already feeling defeated. They already said that because 30 stakeholders will backing them. Since he got 30 stakeholders that he does, he let go to the election and the 30 people who vote for you, you win. They still don't want to go. So they are coming all, we are in a digital war right now. And, they got the AI recording all around the place, cloning people's voice and coming up with that. So if the administration truly believe that my candidate spoke to somebody and the audio was leaked, they said they have access to FIFA and CAP. Let them communicate, the video there, implicating the second man in command in the Republic of Liberia. And like I said, those people want Liberia to get banned. So they're doing everything possible because they know that FIFA is saying there is no government interference. So they are doing everything. They say, okay, since we cannot get it, they implicate the government. We say that this and then they can get up there. But look, we are saying that the Constitution of Liberia, the statute of Liberia, the football house is very clear. One day after April 18, the whole batch of executive committee will not be will not function. One day after April 18, they will not function because the statute says the training will be over.
What happened if they stay in the office or the offices at the LFA headquarters?
We all will go to work. How do we go there? The statute is clear. You can't violate the statute. That's our county law. So everyone will go to that building and we'll run football.
Okay. Thank you, Glasgow. Enjoy your Saturday.
Thank you.
Glasgow is the campaign chairperson of the opposition team, held by Mr. Cassie Anthony Cole. Before I go to my guest, let me do this one. This is before I go to my guest on the show. You listen to Emma Glasgow there clarifying reason why they decided to run to the ordinary court in Liberia. It is a reminder that okay. Let me inform you that the Arsenal fan club will be having a meeting on Sunday, 29 March, on the overall in the Fantan community by 3 p.m. So they are asking all Arsenal supporters between Single to Pinsville, wherever, if you can make your way, you can go there on tomorrow by 3 p.m. We're in the curve of the Calano Junction. As for the York Plaza building, the meeting will be held by 3 p.m. And they are saying if you have your Arsenal jersey, you can go on with it wearing your Arsenal jersey for the meeting. But 3 p.m. is the meeting. Let's take a break. We'll come out, we'll talk to our guest, Rocheel Woodson, the Iron Lady of Liberian football. Welcome back to the program, the Freedom Weekend Sports. Look us and talk to our guests. Mana Woodson, good afternoon and welcome to the Weekend Sports.
Good morning from my side, and thank you, Thomas, for your late invite. I always responded positively to my friends in the sporting media.
When you come to Liberia, I can only see you passing you. You can give it for me. What a problem.
No, I always engage, not only football. I have many businesses. I have my farm. I go do my work. And I have my family to, look after. So I have to spend quality time with my family. So it's not only LFA matters that takes me to Liberia. I got things doing. And I also have to be engaged with them because I only have short time there. So I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. You've been following. You one person who is open with the status of the LFA. You one person who has been reading on football development across the world. Rocheel, where are we with the current situation in court? What is your view on it?
Well, it's so unfortunate that my colleagues on the other side would choose this this medium to take the LFA to ordinary court. I listened to my friend and brother who is the campaign chair um, of the Team Cassell. He made a lot of misinformation. He misinformed the public as it regards to taking LFA matter to ordinary court. Once it comes to issue of statutory matter, that's why you told him they have a judiciary body there. My point is, why are you carrying the LFA to court when you have not even applied? It does not make sense. You were not even denied, so it does not make sense. It's like Rocheel going to carry LFA to CAS. I went to CAS, and then CAS told me, "But you have won this case if you had registered in 2018." I did not register. So how do you want to benefit, or you want the court to interfere right now when you haven't been denied? It was only election guidelines. I told my colleagues, go and apply. That's the law. Go and apply. The committee will give you reasons why you will be denied or why you will be accepted, right? And then if you are denied, you can use it and go straight. They have elections appeal committee and go appeal the decision of the election committee. And if your committee, if your appeal is denied, then you can go to the Court of Arbitration of Sports. That's the law. And that's the law, and that's how you exert all the effort internally to seek redress as it relates to elections matter and other matter, but in football.
They are saying this matter is not just about football, it is about the rights of a Liberian being violated or allegedly violated by the LFA.
But LFA having violated Castle law. I mean, Rice is there. He's a club president for FC Fasel. He's in the LFA doing business, receiving subvention for FIFA. And since he got Muscat and changed the name to Fasel, and he enjoys CAF and FIFA support. And that are being provided to all the clubs. So his rights hasn't been denied. He's just playing I think they just want to play hard, but at the end of the day, the law will be the law. That's all I can speak on.
I'm not a lawyer, and I don't think I'll be a lawyer tomorrow because I love to be. I love to be in the communication in sectors. But their argument is they perceive that the LFA want to hook them, so they want a clarity from the court for the court to make it known. Because they believe that the Constitution of Liberia gave the right to Castle or gave the right to anyone who committed a crime, go to jail, serve a term, and come back to become a free person. They believe that portion, Article 58.1 of the LFA statute, is in contradiction. It's in contradiction to the statutes, to the Constitution of Liberia, where Article 21J says you are a free man when you come back.
So let me address that as well. I'm not a lawyer, but I think I've been in this terrain for a very long time, so I have a lot of experience, as you rightly said. Again, you cannot be part of an entity and know this law that the Constitution conflicting or contradicts, and you still sign up to be part of it. This is something that the statute is enforced. And you came in as a member, so you agreed to conform and abide by these statutes along with FIFA and CAF. So you automatically have relinquished some of your rights by submitting yourself to this law from FIFA, CAF, and the LFA. In my mind, that's how it is. In the Americas, like when America going with the United Nations and violates, they have some punishments, that any country. So any country with the UN also have their own statutes that govern them. So if you are a member of the UN go by the statute of the UN, not your country though. So the only thing you have to do is to withdraw, like what our president Trump is saying. He wants to withdraw from the UN because it has some implication when he jump in other countries to wage war. So it's the same. Kaza got a right to withdraw his membership from LFA than to use the LFA Constitution as it regards to rights on criminal offense. And I think the government should be careful because this is integrity matters, and this is international, restoring somebody's rights and dignity because they have served. And now they also form part of an international committee. Is their representation going to impact our football? That one thing they need to look at. So again, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm wondering why these lawyers are putting injunction when Mr. Kwa haven't even tested the process. He have not even applied, right? He is co-chairman, campaign chair. None of them have applied to the LFA to be denied. So I don't know why are they going to ordinary court at this time. And again, in the LFA statute, where I hear Mr. Glasgow saying one day after April 18, there is no law. Glasgow cannot tell me after April 18 in that statute, they say the tenure is over. They say after 4 years, the tenure. So April 18 is now a set date. Again, they also say there are 4 majority in the statute that cause LFA to take decisions. So we will take the decision after April 18. The executive committee will work. There will be no disturbing. President Rocheel enjoys the support of his the football stakeholders that supports him and supports his leadership. And we will find a time after all these court proceedings, we will have elections, but there will be no interruption in the governance of football in Liberia at this time.
What happened is FIFA come and then they want to set up a a very special committee who call it the normalization committee.
Normalization. Yeah, it's up to FIFA, but it has to take time. They will have to list with the government to to tell the government what's the implication, at what point they will come, and I think they will give some leverage to the government to see how they can hold Qatar accountable and in that direction. And if it doesn't work, then they will come and set up a normalization force, which is not in the interest of Liberia. But again, that's why the opposition wants. They want to hold the elephant in round top and in
Why would that be in the
hostage.
interest of Liberia instead of that committee?
Yeah, because it means that we do not have our own control in the matter of football right now. It will be done by FIFA, and those FIFA and CAF, they will run the LFA until such time. Sometimes it lasts up to 7 years. Sometimes it lasts up to 8 years. It's not even in cassette interest because 8 years normalization force come into place, or even 5. Where are we? It's going to take time. And I don't think they're going to change any law when it comes to integrity issues, because those are the same laws that are in FIFA and CAF. And so, again, we will look at the process. I support the president. I even want them to exhaust all the so many court cases that he has filed on the LFA, declaratory judgment, citizenship, executive committee tenure. As I learned, I think it's 3 or 4, 3 to the civil law and 1 to the Supreme Court. So many, it doesn't make sense. And I just think it's unfair and it's sad at this time that we try to use that medium to get into power. But it doesn't work. Again, if Mr. Raji is not qualified, trust me, we got capable people to step in as soon as they say he's not qualified. And, we got people. But on the other side of the aisle, they do not have anybody to step in right away. And I can show you whoever Raji supports in the next term, or even now, if he decides to withdraw based on the court, he will make sure that candidate will win. And
Do you
that's
think Raji is
the
not
fight.
qualified? Do you think
He
Raji
is
is not qualified?
qualified. He's qualified by the law, and I'm so frustrated that my colleagues will say that because of 310. I myself do not support 13. Anyway, I was on the executive committee. I opposed to it when Benedict brought it out. He even announced that he wanted to go for 13, but because of the financial investigation from FIFA, that was prevented him from contesting 13. But he announced his 13 bid. I opposed to it, and I've been somebody, though I was sitting as a committee member, I believe that the tenure is too long. 3 terms is a lot of time, and I think it should have been 2 terms as before they never had tenure, but they decided to put term limits on the leadership on the governance of football, which is good, but 3 terms is long. But again, Raji did not change no law. He met those laws in the statute, and it's his right, his statutory right to contest. And I think nobody will hijack that process on him. He will be a candidate in the election anytime.
You opposed it yesterday. Yesterday, you saw it as bad. That the time was too long. People should not run for 3rd term. Why are you supporting it now? Why is it so good today, Rocheel? Yesterday was bad. Why is it good today?
You see the problem about democracy, the majority takes a day, and I will support my colleagues that agree for 13. I'm on the record, I oppose it. Even I'm on the record in 2022, look at the votes at the Congress, what Emma talk about. I oppose the president appointing vice president. But it's the law, Thomas. And the majority takes a day. Why can I do? But I'm on record for that. So my opposition is consistent. Those things that are opposed are haunting us today. But at the end of the day, nobody took it as important, or it was some level of a problem in the future. They felt it was Rocheel, who wants to oppose. I gave my colleague all of the narrative why we shouldn't have 13. I gave them all the narrative on why we shouldn't have the president appointing his vice president. John Winter, who is part of CASEP team, was the one who supported the proposal. The 5 clubs that supported our proposal in 2022. DC Shooter was one of them. I have the documents for that Congress in 2022. I remember vividly. I spoke with them. I spoke with Adolfo Dodo. I spoke with all of us there at that time, right? And told them I think it's not in the best interest to give the president absolute power to appoint his vice president. And they said they will go in and help to change it. But 4 years, It's not possible. Even the appointment of third vice president and the women representative, those are things I oppose in the Congress, and I hope they can show the record. War girls were among them that oppose it. That you cannot let the president appoint a vice president, third vice, and even have only a single woman on the executive committee. That is unfair to women representation. When we were in the executive committee, we had two women, D. Sheba and I, and then in 2014, we brought in Seattle Bishop. We had three women represented on the executive committee. Now you have one woman who has served for 8 years, and there is nothing has changed. So these points were there, and my opposition have been on in line with governance. I did not go tell Raji he was a Nigerian. No, everything I told him was in line with governance and the statute. And I believe that it's a fair opposition. So, but to attack his person, that's something I did not do.
But we'll share all of those things you opposed yesterday. You opposed them yesterday when you are serving as an executive committee member on abilities administration. But those things got passed. You opposed them yesterday. Today he's saying they are still bad. But you supporting the president on his watch that those things got endorsed or adopted by Congress.
But can my one make the changes? I can. I will respect the decision of my colleagues. And I think I came on board to support this president because I think he has done some level of transformation in football. It's my time to be able to contribute with the vast experience and knowledge and with my academic credential that I just obtained my second master in sport leadership. I'm an asset to Liberia football instead of just sitting criticizing on the laws and implementation of the laws of governance. I can also help, and that's what I've been doing behind the scene. Even though I'm not on the executive committee, but I've been doing a lot of back behind the scene on negotiation with the president, with member of the executive committee, and we have been successful to some level of extent. So it means that because I oppose it, I should continue to be ignorantly, ignorantly because of my one view, and the majority say they see it okay.
Even if when the statutes is being violated.
No, but the statute isn't, because when they pass the law, it's in the statute right now that the president has absolute power to appoint his vice president. And this is the reason why you see me contesting as an executive committee member. I would not even want to contest as an executive committee member. I have no interest. I have served 8 years as an executive committee member. I contested in 2022 as vice president. I was defeated. I really wish if that provision would have been that we will go for election, I will not go and contest to be an EC member or even want to be their vice president. No, I will still want to contest as first vice president. So people should not feel entitled to position. I just want to serve and contribute whatever knowledge that I have, my 30 years experience, coupled with my education to help Liberian football. But again, the law was endorsed in 2022 at the Congress, and it's a law now. So what can I do to get back in the executive committee to make my work more effective, to bring ideas to help the president agenda? I have to be part of the leadership for us to be able to succeed and correct within the system. That's why I'm contesting. Other than that, I won't have contested as an executive committee. I have no intention to go back as an executive committee member.
With all of the powers now vested into the president to appoint first vice president, second vice president, third vice president, Rocheel, are you not concerned that Liberian football could be falling into deeper trouble, that people should be elected democratically, then the president going on to appoint people? Because when you appoint people now, they still don't work at the will and pleasure of you, because failure on their part, you'll let them go.
But again, it's not a bad thing. It's just that Raji have a clear intention for football governance. And in the statute, if we must change law, we should change the laws in the statute. There is no responsibilities for vice president. Zero responsibility. All responsibility for vice president are given by the president. So in clear terms, they work at the real pleasure of the president. The same thing Musa Shano said in 2018 election. He work at the pleasure of the president. If the president does not give him no function or responsibilities, he cannot function. So what's the difference for Raji to appoint and then you there, even if you are elected and the president give you no function because you disagree, you will not be existing. You will just be one vice president who has no function and collecting your honorarium and causing noise. So it's not different. So if we must change the laws, let us go and put function in the in the statute for vice president that will hold them accountable if they don't implement. So again, Raji have clear intentions, but if that law stays, right, and other people who will come after him do not have those clear intentions on governance, tell me, we are going backward than ever. But and backward than ever, where we were, because we have made a significant gains in football development, in transformation, and that should be applauded by President Rajiv. But again, they want to implement what CAF and FIFA are doing. They normally appoint council members, vice council members, and at CAF level and FIFA. But in this kind of setting, I just think we should go for election. So we have to go back on the table after this term, after the term, or why the president is re-elected on his third term, and we'll all go and do some amendments on the statute and get those things addressed. So for future, and we should be able to go on and have elections for vice president.
You want to become an EC member, go to the position of women representative. There is a female in that position who has served along with Raji for 8 years. And quote unquote, Raji supports all of the executive committee members. Now you support Raji bid. You want to get that position. Rocheel, how do you reconcile this?
So whatever people says the president supports or he has on media is untrue. He made a statement in 2022, but people did not hold him accountable. Right now, that president is the vice for Olympic Committee on FIFA, and he's a sitting executive committee member for CAF. The law said there should be fair play. You shouldn't give no undue advantage to anybody in elections. So I believe he will do the right thing. If he supports his people, he will not be open. He will not tell anybody, because we all support him and we all are member of the Liberia Football Association. So I do not believe that he supports any of the executive committee member, not even me. And again, I have said it on Intel. I did not support President Raji because I wanted him to support me. No, I supported him because I saw vulnerabilities, I saw deceptions, and I saw that he needed help from people like us who have experience, because the same length of time he has spent in football, I spent that same length of time in football. So I just thought it was the right thing after graduation, having a master degree in sports leadership, to come and contribute. And that's why I willingly came and agreed to support the president. He did not ask for it. So if we did not have any agreement in exchange of support, I don't think that he's obligated to support me. My support is free, and I gave it to him. If he sees it necessary to support after his tenure, that is fine. And that's why I look forward to in 2030, and not now, but now the president cannot support any candidate. Going to hold on one second. Going to the tier vice president. As I said, Judy is a friend. I brought her to women's football. I campaigned for her to go on a post. I'm on record for that. And she was elected. She went on a post. She went on a post the second time. I think, as I said, I do not want to be third vice president. How can I contest for first vice president and come to third vice? It doesn't make sense to me. But this is the law, Thomas. This is the law. I have to be in to work on my way for 2030. I have to contribute to the development of football, women's football, men's football. Those are the things that I want to do. It's not about the position. It's about what Rocheel can do to get things done. So it's not like I'm going for Judy's seat. No. Judy had 8 years to lobby with her colleagues to increase women representation so we can be 2 or 3. Then all of these things wouldn't have been. I really wish that we could have another seat. If even we both of us win, let her go back to her tier vice president. I would rather be EC member, right? Even if the president do not support or appoint me as first vice president, I will rather serve in that position. I just want to get into help to contribute, in football. That's what I want, to be in leadership. I can't do much behind the scene because I have no authority, and when negotiating, I'm at the mercy of those in leadership, like the president. Like sometimes I go to the vice president to get help to get things done, that get to other committee members. I was on record as the CPA chair in the April Congress. They call April Congress now. Last year, I told the CPA chair, Savannah, to do a proposal for women representation, which he did. He signed, Emmett Glasgow signed. At that time, I was representing Earth Angel signed. Chris Weah was stage queen, he signed. And Madam Seaton told us to wait because she's the chair on women. We should wait for her to come from the state. And then she came and she signed the paper for Riviera, sent her, her Sunny looked through it, took some time. And when we submitted it, I was only told by chairman that the Secretary General rejected our proposal because we were late. And he also acknowledged that in the Congress on April Congress 2024. So I have tried to increase women representation. I'm on record. If I'm lying, go to ask Savannah, Chris. They will allude to what all I'm saying. So if she had helped, to get this thing done, she will take her tail vice president. But I think she needs to go for competition. I'm not against her. She's a friend. She's a sister. And I think in democracy, people must be able to contest. It's not unopposed. Mustafa Raji, going on opposed. Yes, he needs to go there. Yeah, but I think she's not.
You are saying
she's not Mustafa Raji. Hold on. Thomas, hold on. I support the president re-election. I support his third term. I even support if the opposition think they can. But well,
why? No, I mean, hold on. Why you do not want a competitive? You say you support.
I just told you, if Mustafa is not eligible to run, we got candidates that can fill in right away. The opposition do not have. Why they can't give a candidate? We didn't deny any other candidate. The candidate, we didn't even deny no candidate right now because Kasa haven't even applied. But wait, in the opposition, can set the face so that Emma can contest as president. We want Emma to contest. We want Jane Nimini to contest as president. We want what's his name, Blade to contest. We want everybody to say that supporting John Wayne. Why they get suppressed?
We shall probably see Cassia as a person who is fully prepared now.
That is not our fault. It's not our fault.
He served as vice president before, so they believe that he's given the chance to be president.
It's not our fault if they don't have another face. But trust me, if Raji cannot contest at this moment, you will get a candidate that he will support. And any candidate he supports, that candidate will win. So, but Kase, it's the issue.
Rocheel, do you support a web ballot election?
If no candidate, of course I do, and that's what I want. But if no candidate for the opposition, what else? I encourage my brother Emmett to contest her so many times. I encourage Emmett. I said, go on the ballot. The president also encouraged him to go on the ballot. So, but I really wish, to be honest, I really wish if this issue of Kase, and who they have been on the issue of integrity or fraud. I would have loved for Kase to really come into this race. You know why? Because when you say you have confidence, in the people, I let to see all my things I do in advocacy. I let evidence. I just don't go on and continue to say, what people say. I let to test. I let to see. I really wish Kase would have been on the ballot, but again, that's the law. And for me, I'm a person who follow the law. I go by the law. Thomas, I have been suspended 3 times. I went with all the laws on the book. I got back. I was expelled twice. Kase even helped me in my first expulsion. They relegated Pascal. He knows we went for appeal in a by that time he was now VP Odo. We went through appeal and his team went back to the first division. And I got back on the executive committee through his assistant too because he helped me. But we did the process. I have never carried an elephant to ordinary court. I took them one time to court when it came on my person, and that's what I want to make clear.
That was now your right was now being violated. Maybe that's why you decided to go to CAS.
What's my right? I believe in a study. Okay, like I took the elephant to court in April 18. There were a lot of violation on the statute. There were a lot of
Was it for
violation
your
in
right?
regards to
Was
the
it for your
election
right?
guidelines.
Mm.
In,
Your right was not violated.
but hey,
The statute was
hasn't been.
violated.
Let him go to register. The man hasn't been denied. What we talking here?
He's sensing that his right is about to be violated.
I think I do on facts. Let me leave that whole cassette busy right now. My brother. When you go and apply,
he's your brother. He's your brother. And now you are fronting against him. You
no.
one person. I come here, Rocheel. You one person. You campaign for Cassell vigorously to become vice president for Operation. We all know the story. You can we saw
not
how you
campaign. Say I made vice president. Clear yourself. Become a campaign manager.
You campaign, and you made him vice president. You made him vice president.
I brought a man as vice president because I was supposed to be vice president. Yeah, I made vice president because I was campaign manager for Team Berete.
You campaign. Why are you so bitter with me now for your brother?
I'm never bitter. Bitter with Cassette for what? Cassette is a family. And you know the law, the law is the law. And when it comes to law, I don't compromise issue with law. I have told Cassette and all his people, though we have not spoken for a while, we try to speak because, and, you know, it has been so much, everybody coming out as your brother. And I know he's my little brother. He did some, you know, this disgusting things to me. And, you know, and I hold him.
He did some good things for you too.
Both ways, my good, if we all way good, my good is no true. I can admit, I always good and bad. I did more good to Cassette, for Cassette than what he did for me. But I appreciate every friendship and relationship I have with him. Again, the law is the law, and I see it as it is. I do not, you know, sugarcoat my word. I do not compromise, and you know, I don't be disingenuous with people to be dishonest. I'm not that person. Cassette is a brother, and I really wish, you know, that law wasn't there in our statute for him to contest. He has passion like every other football people in football right now. I listen to Emma talking about Mustafa being a Nigerian. This is very unfair. Mustafa has invested 30 years, over 30 years, from Barcelona to Ghana Bay to Leicester. You know the story. And all those years, nobody said Mustafa was a Nigerian. Why can't we just stick on the issue? What does nationality has to do with football elections?
Maybe people never knew about that.
But even you don't know now. The law right now will have dual citizenship. I'm an American, I'm a Liberian, and I will contest. So even if Raji is a Nigerian, he has the right to contest because there is dual citizenship, which I believe is not true. He's now a Nigerian because he naturalized after his birth or whatever. Raji is very sensible, very educated. He's very clever. So why would he now, you know, do the right thing? And since 2018, when he came to power. So I find that things very divisive and racist. And I urge my colleagues on the other side to not pursue sending people to kid man. How does it feel to you? This is not about football. And I told Emma, I distance myself. I denounce it. I have never gone to that extent to, you know, to attack somebody person because of my election. I love opposition. Trust me. I have spoken to Emma on countless of things, and you know, and we are talk on the way for us to proceed to make football enjoyable. Everybody is investing. Thomas, I have a team in Liberia. Right, I have a team in Liberia right now, and they are playing in Nima County League. I'm spending over $1,000 a week, you know, or every other week to go and carry my team in Nima. Who have done it in women football? Nobody. I'm the only person that have done it. I'm spending money. Am I not passionate? I am. I am passionate, but does it mean I'm gonna carry the elephant to become president? Do you know how many times I've, you know, lower my ambition to of the presidency? I announced to be president in 2018 because of family issue. I did not contest. I came in 2022. My colleagues, including John Wayne, what's his name, Maja, Tony, all of them, they say, oh, let's get Rajiv second term. And, and I agree. For me, I'm not a greedy person. I believe in time, and that's why I'm waiting for at the right time. I will be LFA president, but not at the detriment of somebody, nationality that has nothing to do with football. This is unfair. This is not politics. This is just disgusting. This is bias. And this is assault on the president. And I think Emmett and the team of Team Cassette should desist and let us stick on the issue. I advise him, my brother Cassette, to apply.
I have a voice recording here for you in an interview.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's listen to this from Mustafa. Don't go to the line, Rocheel. Let's listen to this.
I've been in football for over 24 years. Invested a lot of money, thousands and thousands of dollars as a young person who worked hard, earning money, pay taxes are food because of what the performance of the taxes. So he can check where we work. But I want to get credit to that. I would like to say I'm happy and proud. Our Nigerian team get represented in the matter of what here. I'm happy to be a Liberian, I'm proud to be a Liberian. Until I can, or the government can decide that I'm no longer a Liberian.
Let's go to the line in the Alpha. Call us on 0776.
I didn't I tell you the same thing that he invested a long time in football and he has the right?
We shall not go to the line 0776.
And let me make you understand, if you put all your opposition people to talk here, just know say I'm coming on your show because I know you how you bias. Okay, I'm listening to the callers then. No, I know you because you're opposition journalist and I'll continue to say it. But if you just allow your line to be open, I will continuously interrupt this show and they will not talk. So let's go.
Rocheel, you always come here and accuse people falsely.
No, I'm not accusing. That's a fact. You know how many people want me to not come on your show? You know Thomas the opposition journalist. I'm like, I'm not afraid. Yes. And you know Thomas, I'm not afraid. Yeah, I'm not afraid.
104 104 0776 10. So why would I bring you on the show when I'm going to oppose you? Call us on 0776.
No, I know you. That's why you guys can do it. I've been in the business for a very long time. And you know you can't school me on this particular thing so much.
104 104 0776.
Nobody should call you on your line directly. They should call on that number.
Anyway, where you join us from? Welcome.
Oh, he did not resign. He was on an investigation on the allegation of corruption. He did not resign, so he was not eligible to contest.
Yes, you live on the radio?
Yeah, this is Coach Mamadi Benzema Sherif.
Welcome, champion coach.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I want to appreciate you for your step so far as one of the initiative sport journalists that mean well for Liberian football, and also want to say hi to your guests.
Thank you very much. Congratulations for making my content to carry the championship. We are
I'm already. What a time leader, man. Go ahead.
I know. I telling the coach, thank you. At least I have the opportunity to say it. I'm a right too. Everybody can go to coach for right. Why you over my right?
Oh, yeah. So basically, today's a sad times in football in this country.
Why?
It is.
Some of us, football is our passion. Is our career that we choose. So the way for football, the way we see stakeholder proceeding, it's not performing well for football development and football in the country.
How the stakeholders are proceeding, but what mean you?
Going to court when you can use the system. That's what the man is saying. Don't
which way.
What we are saying here, we're saying equal over development.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you, coach. Thank you.
Okay. But Rocheel, how do you be my co-host? Thank you, Ben.
I can be a co-host. Wait a minute, man, I Sherry. Like, me on my content to win.
All the time already.
Yeah, I want you to be all the time so you can get up people then to talk. You can I intentionally doing it.
Who now? Who resigned?
Musa Belete. He did not resign. He was not eligible to contest for third term. He was on an investigation.
Okay. Rocheel, That rapper we go home.
Thomas, I will be in Liberia anytime soon. I told the president this election will now go on in April, but sometimes when I say things, I'm one of the person who wanted the election to go on April 18th. I told him to exhaust all the 5 legal cases against him in the LFA. Let we clear it all and have an election. The election will not be April 18th. Mustafa will enjoy the confidence of the people. He will continue. Emma is just making mockery out of himself and other people. He's a better, but they cannot. How can you hold office when you are not elected? How if you saying the people no listen, Thomas? He said the people are not elected and they didn't have the mandate to continue. Then how were you going in the very office when you are not elected to go? Does it make sense?
Rocheel, let me squeeze in a Liberian sports journalist from Page Africa. Welcome, go ahead, all the time.
Tanisha Mate.
Yeah, Rocheel, how you doing? The Liberian football.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, this is Shahim, Rocheel, coach. Yeah, so Rocheel raised, said a whole lot, some of which I think are valid. But I got quick concern. She mentioned that.
Yeah, go ahead, Jenny. We are concerned all the time, my man. Don't
rush the man. The man have to say something even to support him. But yeah, I understand that.
Raji, and also she mentioned that Raji have been in Liberia supported over 30 years, and we didn't know. I want for her to also compare the issue when Joshua appointed the guy from Nigeria to
Wamadigi.
Realizing that he was Nigeria. I did not natural that, so she also thought I want for her to also address that.
Okay, the reconcile down. Thank you,
let me make you understand. I'm not immigration officer. Like, when the immigration can address that issue on nationality. Let us talk about sports. Y'all go to immigration. Immigration office not in LFA. He said I should address it. Didn't he say that?
You address it. Let me take someone that's doing international. Emmanuel Wani is in the US. Wani, welcome. 30 seconds all of time.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on. I have a question for you before I say anything.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
For you.
Studio,
thank you.
Have you guys read the FIFA rules concerning taking FIFA member association to your local Supreme Court? Have you guys read the rules?
No, that question is not for me. That question should be diverted to those who took that case to the Supreme Court. Thank you, Wani. Rocheel, let's wrap up with you all the time.
Okay, Thomas, I will give you a platform, and when I come, I will pay for it. We'll have that conversation.
My management will accept that.
Yeah, I will come. I will pay for it to discuss. If even you want to get MA on or cassette, the issue. I love cassette. Cassette is a better, right? And again, this is election, the law. I really wish that this law would have been in that statute, that he was part of it, that we went to, and we endorsed. He was there in 2016 when we endorsed, being a criminal to not go and contest. So again, I really wish that this law wasn't there. He's passionate like every one of us. People paying money in for, but it's not his one. I must give him credit that he's doing well, but other people doing the same. And you understand? Okay. So again, let us attack issues. Let Mr. Poor go and apply. I told him to give me nomination as well. Your brother, let him go apply and let him know exactly on what ground the election committee was denying. He has a valid case. As for now, you only perceiving that assumption isn't fact. So thank you for the listening. Thank you to all the listening audience. It has been a while. I've not come on your on your station because everybody know you to be Team Cassette journalist. But I will come to Liberia, come that we'll have this conversation. We should not let this our football, all the gains that we have made over the years to go down the drain. So thank you again. God bless everybody. God bless Liberia football. You are not audible.
My name is Thomas Kojo. Have a very pleasant time. Bye-bye.